Another day, and another component of narcissistic energy surfaces in my body and reality. I feel unable to draw pleasure from anything, state of complete anhedonia. I also feel eaten out. My energy body feels hollowed, I look hollowed. There is no protective buffer around me. Without that bulletproof aura, I get irritated and triggered easily. Predators see that weakness and use it. They only need to create an emotional trap I can't escape from. Once I react, they have their evidence. Even if there's no audience, the narcissist who manufactured the scene is satisfied, and I witness myself being painted as a monster. It's a setup. After they force a reaction, they seed my mind with narcissistic narratives about who I am. My shocked state becomes fertile soil for those beliefs. If there's an audience, everyone responds to the scripted drama and never looks for the real story behind it. They judge the manufactured event as if it were true. And the story itself shows the event was constructed. Back to Anhedonia, it's an emotional block. If I let myself relax and enjoy small pleasures, a morning coffee, a breath of fresh air, the pain starts to flow. I can feel it spread through my body. I have an energy muscle that clamps down, closing that flow. When it's clamped, I feel numb but safe from the flood. When it releases, overwhelming sadness pours out, betrayal, violation, being raped, beaten, the full weight of it. That's why most people avoid being present in their bodies. The accumulation of pain needs processing, and it takes years. This is when I started to move on to the healed side. There's still plenty to process and uncover, but with the heart open, everything moves faster and the body renews itself far more efficiently. The heart acts like a burner that consumes narcissistic charge and keeps the body energetically warm. That warmth makes cold-blooded narcissistic energy far harder to enter and stay. Unless there is a narcissistic attack, an actual grape and beating of the energy body, you can usually remain protected. When an attack happens, you must process what someone else has dumped into you. They take the precious creative energy you produced. In the schmexual sense, grape works the same way. It's an exchange of energy more than it's about physical act of schmex. Cleaning that filth after an attack is brutal. For at least 2 weeks my body can feel like it is giving up. Survival can start to feel like letting narcissistic energy take over. Recruiting you into their ranks is one aim of these attacks. If they can't recruit you, they try to turn you into a cleaning station, paint you as the abuser for reality inversion purposes, or push you toward suicide. Being recruited would mean building a brittle, survival-based narcissism that helps you survive inside the narcissistic world, but I refuse that. Being part of the system means passing the charge on and plugging into the narcissistic energy circuit, a false nervous system that makes groups react as one body to a single impulse. This is false oneness, a counterfeit of the real oneness we are. The narcissistic world distorts natural movements and then manages them. Women's empowerment becomes handled and warped. Spiritual teachings are suppressed or co-opted by institutions the narcissists control. Doctrines are edited, dogmas enforced, and dissent demonized. Interpretation is weaponized, and this manipulation is always wrapped in misogyny, hatred and suppression of the feminine in both men and women, because the feminine is what the narcissistic fractal both fears and feeds on. Men are kept above women in that system unless women adopt the same misogynistic patterns, then those women are promoted within the hierarchy. The system keeps some humane people visible so the atmosphere doesn't suffocate entirely. The soul is a resource that must be conserved, breadcrumbed, contained. Narcissistic consciousness even disguises itself as sustainability. After an attack, you're often left alone, then love-bombed, offered false kindness so you can begin the slow process of renewal. They depend on your ability to resurrect, to regrow what is organic and human, because they themselves have lost the capacity to generate true essence. You become like a phoenix, or even a faint echo of the Christ archetype, carrying the burden of death and rebirth not for liberation, but for their harvest. In this system, scapegoating is the ritual. Those who can still produce soul energy are sacrificed so the hollow ones can siphon life. The one who holds the living spark becomes both the source and the victim, feeding a society that has forgotten how to sustain itself from within.